at artfulstampin.co.uk. Welcome to Stamped One Sheet Wonder Wednesday, or One Sheet Wonder, no, Stamped, yeah, Stamped One, I did get it right the first time. You know when sometimes you say stuff and then it comes out and you think, did I get that right? Did I say that right? Obviously I got it right the first time, just didn't trust myself. Okay, so welcome. If you're new to my channel, I love stamps, just going to get that out there. Love inks, love mixing various stamp sets together. Sometimes we have a fantastic stamp set that doesn't actually need a lot of mixing with another one, or it's just fun to be a bit strict with yourself and or myself and just kind of go with the stamps that are available. But I do like mixing stamp sets to try and create my own background papers. That's something that I've been doing for the last few years and I absolutely love it. And I'm really grateful to be able to have this platform, YouTube, to be able to share these ideas with people and for people to have a go themselves and perhaps discover a whole new part of their creativity that they didn't know before. So I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so that means you can actually buy these stamps off me if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands. So these stamps will be available to you. Now, I have to say a word on this one. This one is a celebration item that's going to be available from the 4th of January. It comes with some papers, so it's one of those double bundle things where you spend £90 and you get this stamp set and you get a pack, full pack, okay, so 12 sheets of 12 by 12 paper, very pretty stuff. Now if you've been a customer of mine in the last few months, I'm going to be sending out the catalogue soon and you're actually going to get a wee little sample of some of those papers just for you to have a little play with. Just a wee sample, not, you know, not masses, just a wee sample because I only got one pack. Right, so I've picked out some Daffodil Delight paper here, yellow, because I thought let's have a little break from some of the Christmassy stuff and perhaps do something a little bit more bright and cheery, a bit more spring-like. Now, the only thing is, this stamp set is a line art one and there's nothing to colour it in with. Ugh. So I'm looking on my shelves going, what can I use? And I'm going to bring, let's bring hand penned in. I'm going to bring hand penned petals just to see if I can use some of those to colour in. Just going to, what's that big one? Just going to lift that off. Oh, I've got it over here actually. Just going to have a look and see if that would, ooh, that's not bad actually. Okay, so we're going to use 3 stamp sets today, not just one, because I want to do some colouring in. I'm in the mood just to make something fun that I enjoy making without having to overthink it too much. But I will bring my Stampin' mats on board just to make it a little bit easier to transfer the inks. Hello, Wendy, Jane, Glenna, Vicky, Valerie, Susan, Linda, who else was there? Shirley, Lisa, Jan, Nessa, Wanda, Roberta, Jane, Kathy, Minda, Vay. Welcome, Vay. Are you new to my channel? Cindy, Annie, Susan, Elaine. And anyone else who hasn't said hello, but you're lurking there in the background. Lovely to have your company. Right, I'm thinking of going with, I was going to go with early espresso. Oh, that's because I've got it out already. I was looking on my carousel going, where's my early espresso gone? I have it here. I have it here. So I'm thinking of creating some clusters of flowers. Let's do that because this is quite a fun little cluster kind of already, but I'd like to make it maybe a bit bigger by, oh no, I was thinking of making it bigger, but now I'm thinking I might not. I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm just going to stick with the 2 and stamp those there, and then kind of come in between but lower down like so. I've got a feeling this stamped one sheet wonder is going to be absolutely covered by the end of tonight. Just got one of those feelings. Oh, okay, Vay. Hi, Renata. Renate. Sorry, not Renata. Congratulations on catching me live, Vay. Welcome, please, everyone. Welcome, Vay. If there's anybody else who's watching for the first time, we like to welcome new viewers. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Cheryl. Right, so I'm just finding that middle point and then I'm going up with these to try and make sure I've got some kind of spacing happening, but it's not absolutely. Actually, it's ended up there in a line. Why didn't I think of that? Oh well, that's the other way of doing it. Just stamp them in a line. Never mind. I didn't think of it until it was too late. Yes, so I was thinking of using colour and contour. So let's see if that would actually fit. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, that fits in fine. This is going to be very full already. I can see it, but that's okay. I think this ink pad might need a bit of reducing. Not reducing, reducing. Wow, this is already quite full. But anyway, we're just going to keep stamping. Just keep stamping. Just keep stamping. Part of me wants to start again, you know, because I've got a different... I think I'd approach this in a slightly different way now. But hey ho. Maybe it might be one just coming in off the edge there. Okay. Now, what I did notice about this stamp set, there are some really cute little sort of foliage elements. There's this lovely leaf here, and also there are these leaves here. So I'm looking forward to using those. Right, I think what I might do is just go in now and colour in some of these images. So because it's a yellow card base already, I was thinking of using something a bit darker, maybe like crushed curry. Let's see what that looks like. I'm just going to clean off that because I don't need that anymore. Hi Claire. Hi Paula. Oh, lovely to see you. Hi Glenna. Hi Martina. Hi Shaz. Hi Tina. Who else has popped in? Bev. Hi Kristen McCarthy. Congratulations on getting here to the live. Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Please do say roughly where you are from in the world. Please don't be giving out your postcode and your phone numbers, and please don't give out too much close. Careful. Sorry, something's making a noise when I tap on here. Oh, it's because I've got dies sitting on my desk. They're pinging as I stamp. Just move those out of the way. Yeah, sorry. What I was saying was, remember that the lives, even though you're chatting away or whatever, remember it is a public space, so anybody can watch these and glean personal information. So please don't give anything too public away. Now I know some of you know each other very well on here, but remember, please remember, it is a public space. So just be aware of that. I'm just going to take my watch off because it's annoying me. Hello, Martina. Minnesota. Yay. North Dakota. Hi, Annie Wagner. I'm sure I've seen your name before, Annie. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Just had to say that. You mean like you're 29 and single? Yeah, Jan. Oh, Vanessa, I think your screen is a bit delayed because you typed that about 3 minutes after I said. Oh, that's not terrible, is it? Oh, that works, doesn't it? Yay. So basically, the flower from Hand Penned Petals doesn't fit perfectly, but it'll do. And that's something that I've discovered about stamping. Sometimes it will do is just fine. And also that it's that way in life sometimes. Life can get complicated, and sometimes it will do is what one can manage. I remember listening to a training this summer actually, and this lady was saying that sometimes when we aim for the 100%, we're not going to get there. So sometimes 60% is enough, 80% is enough. We don't always have to hit the 100% because you're more likely to crash and burn and not reach your target at all. So sometimes it's okay not to get it all right. Okay, there we go. That's a life lesson. Oh, yes, Martina, I will go back and just remind people to put the country. Yes, thanks for that. Right, so moving on, I think I'd like to use some solid leaves. Which, do I have these out already? Yeah, I was using one of these yesterday. Here we go, that one. Oh, there, that's the other one. And, might bring in a little bit of green to this. If I do pair Pizzazz on the yellow, I'm hoping that it will give me a bit of a zingier green. Let's see what happens. Oh yes, that's quite nice. Okay, let's do that then. So basically, in the space between the daisy-like flower and the, I think that's supposed to be like a cosmos, I'm just popping a couple of leaves. And as you can see, I'm stamping, then doing second generation, pivoting right next to it, just to tuck those leaves in there. Fred wants to know if he can be 32 again. He was 32 when we met. Oh, my craft room trash can is proof I don't hit 100% very often. Oh, but that means that you must reach a good percentage at some point, because you obviously keep going and you keep making. So, right. I don't know. I think I might be able to see one on that side. Sometimes if you see a bit of a space at the tops or the bottoms, just stick something in there, because it probably means that something needs to be there. Because please remember, these sheets are not designed to just sit as pieces of artwork. They are meant to be cut up. So that's another reason why they don't have to be 100% accurate, because no one is going to see the whole piece of paper. So they don't know if you missed it out by 1/2 centimetre or 1/2 inch or whatever. You know, they're not bothered by that. They just want to see pretty things on a piece of paper. And so look, like here, I might just might add an extra leaf there and there, just to make sure that space is used up. Okay, so that was that one. And I'm thinking now I want to use this gorgeous spray of leaves, but with a darker colour. So I'm going to go in with Old Olive. Hot in Sydney. It's a hot day. I think I want to have those like that. These leaves are just so pretty. I can see me using these a lot. This stamp set, I think, is going to be my new, is it Delicate Dahlia from last year's celebration? you remember last year's celebration? There was that free stamp set. If you spent £90, the big dahlia, and it was super popular. And I think this one might be the one because it's got so much in it. So let me just explain to you how celebration works. It happens between the 4th of January and towards the end of February. And it's when basically Stampin' Up are trying to incentivize people to buy product. But in order to do that, you earn free product. So for every £45 or £90, you can choose something free. And some of the things are just brilliant. You know, I mean, I would say this stamp set is probably worth about £20. And then you get a pack of papers that are worth about £14. So for £90, you're then getting another £34, £35 worth of product when you spend 90. So that's how it works. Right, I'm wondering whether I need to stamp this leaf somewhere else. I'm thinking, what about there? Like so. Not got much space here, but just chuck that one in there, maybe one in there. Yes, the papers are very pretty. They're very Jan, actually. Jan likes soft pastels and things. They're very Jan. Oh, I've got another one there. Where's Louise? Louise would be telling me, Ruth, you've missed one. Now I'm just kind of like looking for the gaps and going, might be a bit of a gap there. Let's do that. Okay. So the other thing in that little set is there is a really cute bird, but I'm not putting it on this one. But there are these little kind of berry-like little sprigs. And I'm thinking to go back to the early Espresso to put these extra details in. It just helps to bring a bit more life and interest to the whole picture, because it's a very different texture. So the key to making these stamp one sheet wonders is to really think about multiple different textures and how they kind of interact with each other. You're a 17. Was that a typo, Martina? Did you mean to say 17? I don't know what you meant to say, but I'm not sure 17 was quite right. Right, just looking for places I can put this. I'll pop one in there. One there. Okay, right. Oh, you feel I got you now, Martina. You feel 17 until the aches kick in. Got you. Sorry. Just took me a while to process. It was only because what Bev said. I was like, oh yeah, okay, no, I get what you mean. Sorry. Just it takes some. Sometimes my 45-year-old brain works like too slowly. I think that's the thing about reading text or emails or whatever. You don't hear the intonations and things so much. So you don't always interpret the wordings quite right. That's another thing to remember when you're interacting with people online, is that sometimes you will hear something or hear something said in a particular way, but it perhaps wasn't meant that way. So it's really, oh man, it's a minefield. You have to be so careful not to misjudge what someone has said online. I love that sentence. Take it as fact. Take it as information. You know, just try and just decipher the words that are being, you know, the information that's been imparted, not the emotions behind it. Okay. Oh, I have a little space for one there. This is super cute. Hi, Laurie. Oh, thank you for my card, Laurie. Oh, actually, Laurie, I think you're the person I need to contact and give you my new address. Right, so we're really blessed because we have this dottage and we also have this dottage. But I think because this is a new one, I want to just check it out because I've not used it before. That's why the smileys, yes, the emojis are really helpful, aren't they? Yeah, indeed. They do help. Yeah, because like when someone winks, it means that they're being maybe sarcastic or cheeky or whatever, or if they're saying it with a smile on their face. It does help, doesn't it? But then emojis have their own other, you know, whole other language, don't they? Oh dear. Okay, so this is a very delicate dottage, and it's almost like a little caterpillar shape, but this is good if you're a bit nervous about putting dottage on because you don't have a whole lot of it, and so you can just put it down, you know, bit by bit. Now, the thing I am missing from here, and it isn't in this, is some kind of centre. Just going to see if... See, that's too big. Yeah, that's too big. Don't like that. Okay. The other thing I've been thinking about already is whether to cut this one. Because when you look carefully at the image, there is a gap. And I think it would be helpful. You see, I find it really difficult when you have a flower and a leaf on the same stamp, because often I will want to colour those in separately. So... yeah, you can hear my voice. Yeah, absolutely. So it's a bit easier, yeah, for you guys to judge me. Either that, I'm a very good actress. No, you've seen my face. I was watching on my phone, so came to the computer to really see the papers. Oh, thank you, Renate. Okay. I won't do it now because Glenna will probably fall off her chair, but at some point I want to cut this. Right, just saying, I'm just warning you, and Miss Deborah, because Miss Deborah Mitchum gets all a bit of a tiz if I start talking about cutting up stamps. But I am going to bring on that bigger dottage just to get a bit of extra on here. And then I think I'm going to consider colouring in some of the centres of these with some pens. So here's the bigger dottage. Just going to add, oh, I think this ink pad needs a bit more ink as well. Maybe that's something I can do over the holidays. Re-ink my stamps, ink pads rather. Glenna's like, no. cut the stamp. Okay, so I want to keep with this kind of colour scheme. So I have got Pale Pumpkin Pie, actually is quite a nice kind of peachy colour. So that, I think, at the centre of that would look quite nice. So as you can see, I'm being really careful not with my colouring. Ooh, who sent me a message? Just hear my phone go. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's good. Sorry, I heard my phone go bzz. Any more? Any more? No, there isn't. And then I think I've got Calypso Coral somewhere here. Yes, I do. So do those on the sometimes. That was nice and quick. I think I'm done. Unless it might be nice to do some of the berries, like the darker ones. Just for a bit of extra colour. Oh, you'll be pleased to know all my catalogues, my correct language catalogues turned up today, my celebration ones. So tomorrow I've got to make sure my daughter does some stuff. And then I'll be in and out of my craft room packaging up envelopes with your Christmas cards and your November vouchers and catalogues. I'll start making a dent in the piles of stuff that I have here, and also I've got team things to send out as well. So anyway, there you have it. So what do you think, guys? I'll take a photo of this and put it on Artful Stampin Space, because I think the colour is probably a bit different on screen than this. Yes, you need to put your no, plenty of warning plates. All right, I won't do it today. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Karen. Thank you. Right, shall we have another little play? Because there's oh, I wanted to have a go with the bird. I don't know, I sort of imagine it like sitting in some other flowers around it so that the branch has somewhere to sit. What can we stamp that on? Oh, what about some... Oh, no, let's save that one. Petal Pink. That's a really nice pale pink, isn't it? This one. I've not used that for a while. What's the time? Oh, only half an hour. Right, let's do another one. Oh, let's go all out. Let's do another one. You've got a what? A 6-foot gator in your yard, Cheryl Hagan. Oh, my life. I don't think you can mess with them too much, can you? Wow. Thank you everybody that has sent me cards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hang all the cards in my front room, and I will do a tour of my front room at some point over Christmas. So hopefully everyone will get to see all the cards I've been sent. It broke through the screen to get to the pool. What does one do in that situation? Like, are there official people that will come and get rid of it for you? I mean, take it away? Wowzers. Hi, Bob. Hi, Elizabeth. I know, that's what I want to know, Elaine. Do you coax it with food? Do you dangle small children? I'm joking, by the way, joking. Just in case somebody really takes me seriously. Looking for a mate in all the wrong places. One calls critter control. Ah, right, okay. Oh, I still remember when... Was it Vanessa? You shared that picture of that snake in a tree. Oh, my word. That was scary. Right, I'm wondering whether I can incorporate a bit of this one as well. But it's quite big. No. No. Not today. I just want to hide the beginning of that stem. That really annoys me. I have had a mating pair of deer in the yard. Ah, that's all right. I could deal with deer. Well, I could... When I say deal, I mean I wouldn't actually go out and, you know, interact too much because, you know, if they're busy, they don't want to be interrupted. Salt Lake City had a huge snowstorm. I wondered why I kept seeing pictures of snowmen across Facebook today. Not from the UK. It's like, okay, people have had snow. Clearly. Okay, I'm a bit happier now. Let's put some more flowers in somewhere. So this design, as you can see, it's very much focused on having 4 focal points because this is going to be cut up into 4. But the reason we stamp it all in one go is because it actually makes it easier to design the card this way, would you believe? I'm trying to think if it needs anything else. No, I think I'll leave that for now. So please do share this video out with any of your friends. If you've got friends who like stamping and like perhaps, you know, stamping something different, perhaps that you normally do, or they've not seen this way of stamping before, please share this out. Okay, let's have a look at another flower. Do you think I'll be able to fit one of these in? Oh yeah. Run, that's what you do. Okay, Martin. Yeah, no, I meant of the wildlife variety. Leave them to it. Yeah, because some animals get a bit upset if you interrupt them. Especially if they've worked so hard to, you know, get the attention of a female. You had a bear run through your yard. Oh my word. I saw a cougar one night, not very far. Oh. Yes, we do. We have cuddly critters. Yeah, hedgehogs, and we do get foxes. I had a friend though in London. A fox got into her kitchen when they were away. That wasn't great. You saw a puma in Devon, Shaz. Oh, yes, I have heard that the rich folks, you know, people who've got a bit of a penny and also like, you know, the status of owning something like that, they get these things and then they escape sometimes. I have heard that. Or they escape from a zoo. Right, I'm looking for the... Oh, there it is. It rolled behind. Okay, so I could use the Calypso Coral again. This time I'll use it on the big daisy. Oh, I stopped working. Oh, okay. You got your sparrows lined up for a bird bath. Oh, Cindy, that sounds so lovely. Please take a picture if you can. Oh, Gina, your place sounds exciting as well. Whenever I see the word puma, not puma, I think of Thundercats. Who remembers Thundercats? It's the strength of the puma. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. It was a kids' cartoon in the 80s. Late 80s, early 90s. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. All right, what colour do you think we should do these? Should I go for a blushing bride? I think. They are very chatty this morning, your sparrows. Oh, lovely. A river right across the way from you, Gina. How beautiful. Mind you, I have a canal across the road, but the canals are not quite the same as a river. May and I were in Shrewsbury today for the pantomime. We went to see Peter Pan. It was very funny. Very, very funny. The person who played the dame, the panto dame, I think has been doing it a very long time. So was very comfortable in the role. And what was cute at the end, he read out like names of the schools that we're visiting, and we sang happy birthday to people whose birthday it was today. Oh no, I meant to redo these ones. Am I doing that one? Yeah, okay, I do that one. And some of the jokes were so like up to date. So for those of you who may not know what's been happening in the news in the UK, there within politics, it's been a bit interesting because it came out in the news that apparently last Christmas, number 10 Downing Street were holding parties. Well, so I'm not telling you whether they did or didn't happen. I'm just telling you that's what the news has been saying, or that's what people have been finding out. And so obviously number 10 has been criticised quite heavily because we were in the middle of lockdown and parties should not have been happening. Anyway, so the panto dame at one point in the show said, came on a little bit late and said, oh, sorry I'm a bit late. I was just catching up on opening my advent calendars. But when I looked at behind number 10, there was a party going on inside. And I thought, oh my goodness, that joke literally must have been inserted in the last week, because that is like a new news item. And so I think there probably is a little bit of ad-libbing that goes on in that show, and the cast probably know each other quite well. So they can adapt and whatever to whatever the current news story is. So I was pretty impressed. Oh yes, and Boris Johnson did get mentioned a couple of times. It's not hard to make him the butt of a joke, to be honest. There we go. I'm not saying anything about Boris Johnson. I'm just saying it's not hard to make him the butt of a joke, especially with his hairstyle. You had Thundercats wallpaper in the children's bedroom when you moved into the house 20 years ago. That's so cool, Vanessa. So cool. Okay, so I'm just inserting some of these dark brown leaves because they were already prevalent in the branch that I stamped. So let's try and make this whole picture look like it's cohesive, like it's all meant to gel together. So when you stamp something that you know you haven't got anything else of, it's worth just adding more of those elements around your page just to make it look like that was meant to be there. And of course we've got this leaf, which is a very similar design to that one already, it's just bigger. So it's quite easy to add these extra bits and pieces. There's also a smaller leaf, which I will get out in a second, because this big one is not going to fit everywhere. Exactly. I don't know why. I think it's something about this you know, kind of attitude. It's like, oh, I don't need to be bothered, you know. I'm so up there that I don't actually need to care. I don't know. But there we go. I do get frustrated that I feel that as women, we often have to make double the effort to look smart because generally there is a pressure on women to turn up to work not just looking smart, but having some kind of dress code, whether that's maybe heels sometimes. I'm not saying every time, but sometimes it's, you know, like the heels, pencil skirt, the blazer, you know, lipstick, you know, a little bit of makeup or whatever. Whereas men can turn up like and clearly not even brush their hair, and it's okay, and they'll be taken seriously ish. And I just really don't like that. You know, I mean, yeah, it is nice to wear makeup to make yourself feel, you know, maybe a bit better about yourself or whatever, but I don't think we should have to. Definitely not looking like they've just rolled out of bed. Yeah, he probably doesn't get much sleep, to be fair. Like, you look at every prime minister that has ever been, and they age like 4 years in 4 months. You know, the job. I mean, look at, bless him, Barack Obama even, you know, and Donald Trump. Mind you, he was he was a bit older than Barack, wasn't he, when he went into office? But you know, it's a pressurized job. Whatever political view you come from or whatever, you have to accept that it's a pressurized job. Right. What else are we going to put in here? Right, this this bird is looking a little bit naked. It needs something, doesn't it? So before I decide what to do with him, I'm going to colour in the branch just to ease myself into the idea of doing some colouring. Because sometimes you look at something and you go, oh, that's a bit scary. You know, the idea of colouring a whole bird in. So I'm just going to start with a branch. As I said, ease myself in. I should turn this because I'm bending my arm in a very awkward position to reach that. So right, so now Vanessa can tell me, would you say that this is trying to be a kookaburra? Oh, we're talking about links now. He's too busy at the parties behind. Yeah, that's true. Yes, Gina. Although now he's got a new baby, so I'm hoping he's helping with the baby. Although I would say, as someone who breastfed her children, I think sometimes it's good just to let the mums get on and do what they're good at. And the guys can make the dinner, as far as I'm concerned. Kookaburras have larger beaks. Oh, okay. All right then. Yeah, they've just had a new baby. Carrie, what's her face? I can't remember her name, her surname. Yeah, they've just had a baby. Ooh, someone will have to Google it. Okay, so this is dark petal pink. So I'm colouring it. Funny enough, this is petal pink card that I'm stamping on. So this is very tone on tone. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. Give it 2 or 3 minutes just to really properly dry and set in. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. So it's okay. I'm still in my comfort zone at the moment with the colouring. Birds do test me a little bit, and I much prefer having an image in front of me to copy when it comes to birds. Flowers, I feel like I can be quite creative, and I don't really care often what they're meant to look like. I can just go in there. But birds are a whole different ballgame. Oh, thank you, Bev. Oh, Fred made dinner tonight. We had stir fry. Yes, he is a Tory. Yeah, Tories can help. I don't think what's the word? Parental ability is hampered by political stances. Well, it shouldn't be. But yeah. And he's got older children. He's got other children. I don't know how involved he was with those children. Anyway. Right. I've used, what's this? Dark crumb cake. My husband is allergic to bobcats and Manx cats. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you, Sue. Lovely to see you. Back at you. It does have a bit of an oriental look. Yeah. I think it's the kind of the cherry blossom sort of look that's happened by accident. I really didn't plan it this way. I could put some bamboo in. Now, who was I? Oh, it was Jan. I was talking to Jan the other day, and she said she's struggling with the bamboo set to know what to do with it. Jan, should I put some bamboo in? You might be happier with the bamboo. Right. I don't want to go too dark with these centers, so I'm actually going to bring this dark petal pink in again just to do these centers. I think I might cut it up and just put some bamboo on one of them. Actually, I could cut it in half, couldn't I? Do bamboo on. Okay, so that was that. Now, we don't have a blushing bride. Or do we? Do we have a blushing bride pen? We've got Light Flirty, which is running out. Oh, did that the wrong one, but never mind. Sorry about the squeak. Squeak, piggy, squeak. Right, there we go. And let's bring the dottage in. Of course, I've got to have a bit of dottage. Where's it gone now? Ooh. It was on my desk. Oh, I don't know whether to put these little leaves in. Oh no, I was going to do the bamboo, wasn't I? Oh, it's hiding. Right. I'm a bit scared of going in with the early espresso. I think I'll go in with some crumb cake. Oh, Vanessa, fantastic. Dotted around the bird, says Susan. All right, Susan. Hello, Susan. I just noticed you there. I'm going to do some just around some of the flowers. Have you been stamping today, Susan? Oh, people who joined me for my wreath class yesterday, please can you share your pictures? I really would like to see them on the Facebook group. You know which one. Right, I am going to cut this. I'm going to just sit back there for a second so that I can do my screenshot later. But I'm thinking I'm going to cut this in half. Take off my trimmer. Oh, I couldn't resist, but I bought some papers that are retiring. That arrived today. The Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper. So I'm going to have to share this with you quickly, because I really regret not getting these a bit earlier for me as a demonstrator so that I could demonstrate more with them. But anyway, I've got them now. And these are, I think, half price at the moment. But I had another look at them and thought, oh, they are so pretty. So look, we've got that and that. That's the yellow side. Then we've got that, which is great for actually, these are all of these designs are great for masculine cards. That one, it's like a tree with script in the background, so quite grungy. Oh my goodness, that's got script. That's almost got like very Versailles going across there. Another yellow kind of thing. Then harvesty looking thing. And then, ooh, that's nice. That's almost quite Scandinavian. That blue. That one. Oh, I thought I was I'll make some pens with these. I like making flower pens. And so because the design is quite small and quite a lot of these have got quite solid designs, they're really good for my flower pens. So that's why I bought these. So I will make use of those. But anyway, just to show you, just in case you didn't know what they look like, if you were wondering whether to buy them or not. Okay. So I'm going to cut that just in half, and then I'm going to go and grab the Bamboo Beauty stamp set, because, as I said, there are some nice bamboo leaves in here. This is very dainty one sheet wonder. Yeah, I guess it is. Right, I'm going to start with a small one. Now, I know bamboo probably wouldn't be mixed in with some flowers, but this is my card, and I want bamboo in there. So that's what we're going to have. I wonder what if it would look like to do a one sheet wonder on DSP. Oh, I've done it before, Cheryl. If you have a look in my playlists, I have done one sheet wonders on DSP, and I've done a wreath on DSP. Yeah, so generally I would say as long as it's pale enough, like a sort of, you know, a pastel, you'd be fine. You've been making gnomes of you, Lorraine. Ah, you have this set. What, the bamboo or the flower one? Okay. Your bamboo, your bamboo, your bamboo. I haven't got a lot of space for it, so I'm struggling a little bit to know where to put it, but I've got a bit more space up here. That's better. Oh, actually, if I stamp the whole length of it, I can fit that in there. Just adds a kind of really sweet, delicate touch, doesn't it? There we go. I made them for our Christmas card party. What, the gnomes, Sue? Oh, brilliant. Well, I have to say, I do have to thank... Oh, I've forgotten the name of the lady who shared them the other day. I'll just go back and find out. Sorry, I do want to give credit where credit is due because they were so fabulous. Her name is Terry Gaines. Sorry. So every time I mention the names, I'm going to mention Terry Gaines' name because honestly, I cannot take credit for those names at all. Bonjour, Frédéric. Merci bien. Stick one in there. Right, so let's see what this looks like properly cut up then. Oh, I can imagine, Martina, because it hasn't got anywhere to soak into. Yeah, I bet it behaves more like an alcohol ink. Yes, photograph paper is slick, Cheryl. Yeah. Generally. Now, my instinct is just to pop these on early espresso, just to make them really pop. Which I do have a couple already cut here. So let's have a look. Non-bamboo, no bamboo, and bamboo. What do you prefer? If you ever needed, you could possibly use that bamboo for the bird's feet. Yes. Well, this bird has already got its own little feet, just there. But yes, I know what you mean. They sort of look like, yeah, feet. So, yeah, I have got the other two, obviously. So there we go. Let me know what you prefer. Bamboo, no bamboo. I don't mind which. But someone just mentioned that they looked had an Asian feel to them, and I just felt putting the bamboo would add to that. Now, let's just have a look at the sentiments on here. We've got, hope you have the best birthday. You have my love and support. Or you could have, you have my love. Ooh, who are you going to send that to? And then you've got hello friend, which, is that all one piece? Again, it's all one piece, but could be cut. Yep, you could just have hello. You had me at hello. And I've got this one. I really do like the Chinese characters here. I love putting these in wherever I can because they're so nice. Both are really nice. The sentiment fit better into the one without. Yes, yes, I agree. Okay, so if you're ever wondering which way up you have this Chinese character, you've got to think roof or hat. So, you know, wherever you see a hat, that's the way I do it. I think of it to know it's the right way up. Where's the other one? Oh, that one's got a better space for it. There we go. Right, so I got hope you have the best birthday. That's quite nice. Let's see what that's like. Hi, Ivy. What have you missed? Oh, Ivy. Well, I don't really want to show you. I've done 2. This is the second one. I need to go back and watch it. Yes, it means friendship, the symbol. It's friendship. If you have the, I think it was called Bamboo Beauty. Oh no, Asian, Artistically Asian. You had to give me a moment just to remember what it was called. Artistically Asian had 2 Chinese symbols in it. One, and it, I think within the quotes it had the word friendship, and in the other quote it had the word faith. So one said meant friendship and one meant faith. So there we go. Yes, the sentiment fits perfectly in there, Miss Martina. How pretty. There we go. And I think I prefer the spacing of that one. Not there. So there we go. 2 Stamp One Sheet Wonders in 2 hours. That was the first one. Stamped onto Daffodil Delight with early espresso ink and with Calypso coral, crushed curry, and where have the greens gone? Pear Pizzazz and Old Olive. So that was the colour scheme for this one. And the stamp sets were Friendly Hello, Hand Penned Petals, and Colour and Contour. Okay, so that's how we created that one. Then this one, same stamp sets, but we used Calypso Coral, Blushing Bride, Early Espresso, and Crumb Cake. So went for much more kind of no, what's the word I want? Subtle palette, just 2 colours there. And we used, oh no we didn't, we used dark Petal Pink and dark Crumb Cake for the, and maybe a little bit of light pumpkin. No, I didn't. Those were the 2 I used for colouring in. Oh, light Flirty Flamingo. That was it for colouring in. But, you know, use what you've got. Use what you've got. Oh, have fun, Bev. Have lots of fun. Yeah, and then the colours that I used for colouring in the centres of these were Calypso Coral and Light Pumpkin Pie for that one. I forgot about that. All right. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Always so much fun hanging out with you all and chatting and whatever. And nice end to the day. As I said, had a very nice day. We managed to get to Shrewsbury quite early because we had a couple of errands. We had to go to a certain shop to get something for, you know, a certain undergarment for my daughter that she'd never properly bought before. So those of you who've had daughters, you'll know what I'm talking about. Which was very nice. And so spent a fortune on those. Anyway, always good to have a well-fitted undergarment. And then we went to the restaurant where we inadvertently left May's bag 2 weeks ago. So I went to pick that up. And then we went to, oh, I must get around to showing you another day. We went to like an artist's kind of pop-up shop. It had lots of different artists' work in there. And there was actually a lady sitting there whose artwork was at the gallery. And she created these really interesting prints so during lockdown, she would go out and make sketches of weeds, like flowers that you kind of ignore. and has created these really interesting prints using them, using, you know, Tetra Pak, the inside of like an orange juice carton or whatever. Tetra Pak, it's a product, it's a brand for plastic coated cartons. Well, she used that to print, so she would put ink on that somehow and then put paper and then draw, I think, with something hard into the paper that's got the Tetra Pak with the ink on, and then it would come out onto her piece of art that she was doing, and then she would do collage as well. And so she created this lovely journal with 12 flowers in it, and on each journal page there would be a picture of a flower, and then on the other side it would be the month. And the idea is that when you go for a walk, you record what it is that you've seen out in the wild, like wildflowers, for each month of the year. So I decided to buy that, to obviously support her, but also for something for May and I to do next year, you know, to go out for walks and look for flowers. And she was suggesting that we use like Google Lens. I don't know if any of you who've got phones know how to use Google Lens, but you can use your phone to identify flowers and plants and things. Anyway, that was really lovely. And then May picked up a gorgeous bookmark which had strips, and it just reminded me some of the work that I've done. It had strips of watercoloured paper with strips of gold, and oh, it was just so gorgeous. I thought, oh, I must try and have a go with that at some point, with using our watercolour paper and the inks that we do, the re-inkers. So anyway, it was very, very nice. It was very inspiring to have a look at other people's artwork, and yeah, and to meet this lady who then signed our journal for us. So that was nice. Right, hi Mary. Take care, Susan. Lovely to see you. And Mary, you'll have to watch the replay, I'm afraid. Lovely to see you though. Thank you everyone so much for stopping by. I know, Cindy, that's the only thing about online getting to know people. The card list gets longer. Yeah. Please don't feel obliged, anybody. Please don't. That, especially even if you're on that the Artful Stampin contacts page, please don't feel you have to send everybody a card. It's just there as a resource. So they're destroying the kitchen trying to make a cake. Oh my goodness, quick, go Gina, go. So there we go. Oh, au revoir, Frédéric. Au revoir. Right, merci bien. I use an app called Seek, which is free and from National Geographic to ID Plus. Ooh. But I want to. That's fine, Lorraine. But please don't stress yourself out. Hi, Laurie Workman. Oh, there we go. Ellen's about to go live. There we go. Perfect timing. Right, take care, everybody. If you don't follow Ellen, you want to carry on having a chat, please go over and watch Ellen Woodbridge in Australia. What stamps are you using, Ellen? Right, are you using anything new, or are you using something current? I'll just wait for Ellen to reply before I say goodbye, and then... Let's see, did Ellen reply? No stamps. Oh, that's intriguing. Okay, so Ellen's not using any stamps on her live today. There we go. Right, good night, y'all. Good day, good morning, good night, good afternoon. And see you guys again soon, God willing. Lots of love. Bye.